Tell me how you first started to see the natural gas industry develop around here.
First it was a landman. Just showed up one day.
They're going to promise you the world, and they're going to tell you you're going to be a millionaire, and that it's not going to be intrusive and it's not going to damage anything.
Adam, they just come here and tear things up and do whatever they want to do to get things done. But now we got bad air, bad soil, bad water.
Not quite sure where to go from here. It looks to me like it's too late. But it's either move or fight, and I can't run.
So we started this group called Citizens for Clean Water.
Wow, there's not many of us that are fighting this.
You had about 12 people show up at that initial campaign event.
And it feels like I have a lot of company until I realize that we're only such a small percent.
If you could tell me a little bit about what gas drilling and gas exploration looks like.
You know, you can see pictures of this and you can go, oh, that's terrible, look, there's beautiful farmland and there's this rig. But to come upon it, I took my son to see one at nighttime, and my son just said, you know, Mom, you're screwed, you're just screwed. And he grew up here.
It's one of those things where it pits neighbor against neighbor.
Right now it's a matter of survival.
So what have you seen so far that, what have you seen since it has developed nearby you? Like
Went to a site, we found several infractions of the law. And what we were told by DEP was bad housekeeping.
I met one man on Carter Road who had a similar ceiling to this, and his ceiling was all cracked. He had a well right across the street from him, and it literally cracked the plaster on his ceiling. And he said you could feel it in the ground. I went from trailer to trailer to trailer, and it was just heartbreaking to see people who are already, not well off, and now they don't have water, and they have like these big cubes of water sitting in their yard, and they have plastic bottles of water laying all around their front porch, and they're devastated.
And she mentioned she was going to go to the DEP in Williamsport the following day to look at some records about the water records in Dimmock. So I figured I'd take her for a ride, and we drove down. Naturally, the stuff we were trying to find was not there. It should have been at Wilkes-Barre, but somehow it ended up in Williamsport, and it wasn't there either. None of the new documents, the water tests were there. Nobody there knew where it was. There was people that we were told were in the building that wouldn't return our calls, even though we were right in the building calling them.
The amount of water that they use is astounding, and the water is toxic waste when it comes back up.
They have no way of filtering the stuff. They don't even know what's in it. So there's no way to get the stuff out of it, even if they had the equipment.
If you could just talk a little bit about joining or meeting up with the other people in the campaign for clean water, and maybe the benefits of organizing and joining a coalition.
If you own land, you do want to talk to other people around you, because this is not going to happen just in your backyard, it's going to happen in your community's backyard. What happens in your yard, you may think that, you have the sovereign right to your property, and you do. But what happens there and what spills out from your land is going to affect the people around you. And you'll be responsible for that.
Get out there and challenge your representatives. I think that a lot of this will be fought on a political level.